Hi guys, welcome to Glad Rap Channel.
Okay, Glad Rap Channel, here with Tommy Watt from T2T Boxing. Okay, so we've just witnessed Pacquiao Horn, and the decision went to Horn. So, what are your thoughts, man?
Right, first of all, it was just a crazy afternoon. Great day of boxing. First of all, the undercard was great. I wasn't sure about a couple of the matches on that undercard, but all the fights were pretty competitive.
The Aussies came through strong, eh?
Yeah, definitely. Other than Joe Owen, I think all the Aussies came through tonight, so great for that. But the main event, crazy, had everything, controversial potential decision, cuts, head clashes, a bit of everything. It was it's just a great afternoon of boxing. The best news is we get to do it all again soon, as long as they exercise that rematch clause, which is exactly what we want.
So, do you think this is another controversial one? People are going to say hometown advantage, robbery.
Yeah, I had it 115, 113 to Pacquiao. I like to watch it again because obviously when you're in the moment, it's tough, and watching it on TV you get to see a little bit more. So I'll watch it back later tonight probably, and maybe have a different opinion. But I thought Pacquiao did enough to edge it, particularly between sort of 6 to 10. He looked very tired, and Pacquiao was picking him off, and particularly in the ninth, it looked like he could have finished him, but he didn't jump on him in that last 10 seconds, which Pacquiao 2-3 years ago would have finished him like that. So Paul was lucky, but fair play to him. He nutted up and just got down with the job, bit down his gum shield, and got involved. In those last couple of rounds, he came back strong. Whether he did enough to win it, I'm not sure, but I'm glad he did because it's just great for the sport here. It's going to breathe life into a sport which has been struggling over the last few years, and it's just great to be at a show like this and for everything to blow up. And can't wait to see Jeff do it again. Great for Duco. Means they're going to be able to bring more big fights to the country, and the future's looking bright off the back of that. So everyone
thought Pacquiao was going to KO him early, right? Not only did he not get knocked down, the guy put on a super aggressive performance against Pacquiao.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah? I wasn't sure how it was going to end, but I thought if it would have been a good performance for Jeff to get into the second half of the fight. I thought that would have been equipping himself well and doing Australian boxing proud. He went way beyond that. He was in that fight. As I say, whether or not you give him the rounds, he was in that fight. It was close and competitive, and judges see things differently. Massive crowd cheering every time Jeff lands obviously makes a huge difference. There's going to be claims from Pacquiao's team for sure that they're unhappy with the decision, undoubtedly. But I don't think there's a huge amount. They didn't do enough to claim that they won that fight by a whitewash. It was close, and if you're an away fighter, even if you are the defending champion, that's a risk you take if you don't put someone away. And he did have chances to put Jeff away and just didn't do it. So yeah, it's just mixed emotions. Really excited, really happy for Jeff and for the sport in general. Is something that this sport definitely needed. We've had some big events in the last few years that haven't lived up and have made put people off buying pay-per-views and that side of things. And I think this went all the way to restoring faith in what the sport can provide. There was everything, blood, guts, all of it, and Jeff Horn just 17th fight, and he'd just be an absolute legend of the sport. World's his oyster now. We mentioned Vegas, and I think maybe another big fight here in Brisbane, maybe a big fight in Vegas. And Tim Bradley was here for ESPN. I'm sure he'd fancy that fight after seeing what he saw tonight. And undoubtedly, after seeing what I saw, that would be a great fight for the spectators to watch for sure. I would love to see that.
Can you imagine Pacquiao Horn 2?
Pacquiao Horn 2.
Sorry, mate.
Yeah, I'd absolutely love to see that.
In Australia, come on, Australia.
It's got to be in Australia. I'm pretty sure I've read that the clause has to be in Australia. So I'd love to do all this again. It's been great for us to not have to travel, and I came up from Sydney to Brisbane, so it's not too bad. But it's it's easier than going over to Vegas. It's easier than going over to the Philippines. So fingers crossed Duco can work with the Queensland government or whoever to make sure they get the funding for that. But you saw from the fans here today, from the pay-per-views, the appetite for boxing is there. If there's quality boxing on offer, people will buy it, and that's what people need to know, and stop worrying about whether or not there's an appetite. Stop trying to tie it to rugby league, because the two sports are absolutely different. It's a joke that they keep trying to do that. Duco haven't at all, and look what they've done. They've put together some amazing fights. There was no NRL fighters on that card. There was just pure boxers, and it was excellent fights top to bottom, and absolutely just exactly what the sport needed the whole day. It's just great, absolutely buzzing.
What do you think Pacquiao's going to say right now?
It'll be interesting to see. Freddie Roach will definitely not be happy. Looking forward to pulling out a few quotes out of his out of whatever he says today later on.
But the mind games didn't work, changing the raps.
Yeah. So there was a lot of controversy before, and a quote came out before that Roach said that he thought their team was very disrespectful when he asked them to change the raps and things like that. So there'll be a bit of needle regardless. Even if they won, I think there would have been needle, but there's definitely going to be some now, and I absolutely cannot wait to see what Freddie Roach has to say. I just think this is going to be the cherry on the cake of what's been an amazing day, and also just like to say a big well done to Ron Jarvis as well. Amazing performance, wasn't on the TV card, so a lot of people won't see it. But that kid, he's now 12-0 with 11 KOs, and one of the most vicious body shots I've seen in the last few years. And that kid is a future champion, and wish him all the best. And say, if you haven't seen him, check him out on YouTube, because he is a knockout machine, and he's only 19 years old. And a big up and comer, and so in a few years' time he'll be headlining some of these shows as well, for sure.
Tell people how they can follow you, man. Tell them about your YouTube channel.
Yeah, if you want to check me out, it's www.youtube.com/T2T Boxing, or at T2T Boxing on Twitter or Facebook as well, Toe to Toe Boxing. Check it out. So we've got all the interviews of all the fighters this week, and all the local shows in Sydney. Get behind the sport. That's what it's all about, supporting these boys, giving them some publicity. And these guys put their lives on the line, and they don't often get the credit they deserve. So that's what we need, is people to get behind people. Jeff obviously got huge support here in Queensland. We need to see that across the board. Damien Hooper, another guy an amazing performance from him, throwback to his old self. We need people to get behind these guys now, give them a platform to build on, give them a chance to earn some real money for what they're risking their lives every day going out there, and they need a sport that backs them.
All right, Tommy, thank you very much for that. Appreciate it, man.
Mate.
Thank
Anytime.
you.